Hi, welcome to this second video tutorial on my career in SCADA series. Today I will try to answer one of the questions that I usually been asked by friends or colleagues. I receive many emails like people asking, oh, you work as a SCADA engineer or SCADA professional, what do you do? And as I said earlier in the beginning, this one of the most unknown field. People do not really know what is going on in this area of SCADA, and usually it is confused with automations and so on. But working in SCADA as a SCADA professional, you are doing some specific task, and in this tutorial I will try to answer those questions. Yeah, let us go back to this diagram that I presented to you in my initial tutorial. In this diagram here you have, this is the architecture of SCADA. As you can see here, the cursor is not showing, sorry for that. Okay, yeah, you can see the cursor now. So this is the general architecture of a SCADA system, and here, working as a SCADA professional, your task will be making sure that this system is running. And usually in the beginning, we don't have none of these things. So if you are working, you may be working as the SCADA architect. You will be responsible of creating this entire software architecture. You will be responsible of creating this entire architecture. And usually you may be okay, you shouldn't be surprised, okay, wonder, oh, how can I create this entire thing? Usually this is not a one-man business. Usually this is a big team, depending to the size of the company you are working in, or depending to the size of the project. Many people may be involved in this setting up. It involves many stakeholders in order to come up with this entire architecture. So the first thing will be working as a SCADA architect, where you are responsible for at least coordinating this overall architecture. You may also have people working as SCADA project managers, who are also part of managing this entire SCADA project. So that's the second thing. And when we come to the system itself, you can see here is the HMI, which is a kind of the visual user interface. This is where people usually monitor and see what is going on in the system. And this visual user interface can be a web interface, a desktop interface, or a mobile interface. And here now you can see, as if when you have a web interface, you may be a web developer here. Yeah, you may take the job of a web developer, developing that web interface or developing a desktop application interface of this HMI, or developing even a mobile interface of this HMI. Yeah, we can say that a SCADA professional may be a normal IT web developer or IT professional working in this area, where you are responsible for creating this HMI. Then when we move on, when we have the HMI, we also have a database, and we have a very big database here. And usually when we talk about data here, we are talking about big data. This is a huge amount of data, because usually in a system you have from 100 to 1,000 of devices, and usually these devices are being locked every second. Every 5 seconds, because usually when a device is bought, the manufacturer usually, in order to provide the warranty, for the device. Suppose that you have a battery here, a battery in the field, which is storing some data, some energy data, and in order to keep the warranty of that battery maybe for 20 years, you will be responsible to store the data in order to keep your warranty. And we are talking here about big data. You have many sensors dispatched in the field, in the plant, which is recording all the data that you may imagine. So here we will need definitely a database administrator. We need a database administrator handle making sure that this device, this data is being backed up and being online, available, the availability and the backup of this data, as well as other database management, database administration task will be responsible to handle that. So database administration is one of the tasks that you as a SCADA professional will be responsible, may be responsible of, and depending as usual to the size of the database, you may have an entire team dedicated to keep this thing on. Then next we move here to the installation, the plant itself. Depending as I presented, SCADA is used in many fields. Here currently may be a plant, a car plant, or here is a car plant. You will be responsible. Here we need like electricians or electronicians or even IT professionals who are responsible for connecting different sensors to track different movement that we want to record. They may be the SCADA may be responsible of counting the number of cars and storing this information. So it is the task of the electricians to work with automation engineer together to see how we are going to record this data, placing the sensors, coming up with different I don't know, electronic devices which are going to be responsible to track this thing, to count this thing, to monitor the movement or whatever you want to record. Then we come here to the PLC, and usually because SCADA are usually being used, because SCADA are used in the industrial environments, we need some industrial PC, robust industrial PC. That's why PLC usually are used, because these are very robust computer system that can be used sometime when we have in the desert or very rough conditions, higher temperature, low temperatures, and difficult area where the normal PC cannot be used. We use this PLC, and here it is the task of the SCADA engineer to write some PLC programs, and here is where another just different programming paradigm come in, because writing PLC programs, writing PLC programs is a different paradigm. It's completely different from writing high level languages. Here this about very low level language. Here we'll be writing some PLC programming, and this is where PLC programmer they come in. And when we have many of these controllers, we can have a distributed system where we have many controller and slave, master and slave controllers, and here we'll need to work closer with automation engineers. So automation engineers and so on are also part of the SCADA teams. And when we come here, we have here, this is a router. This is a router because we have the office here where we are monitoring stuff, and we may have the data. We have plants located in different parts of the world where we need internet connections, and we have many routers as part of our architecture. And this is where network administrators, network professionals, they come in. knowledge of Cisco, knowledge of Huawei, knowledge of different router or network devices is very important here. And when we come about Cisco itself, router itself and networking itself is another different area. And that goes on to here where we have some wireless antenna. We need, of course, telecommunication engineers. We have sensors here. We have people with knowledge of this very sensitive measurement devices. And this all these devices that you see here have to be connected. We need electricians. We need people with knowledge of connecting electricians and electronicians for connecting these devices. We need knowledge of buying these people. You need how to acquire all this hardware here. Usually they are not there. You have to acquire to get to know the right specification of the devices which will be used. And this is, of course, a teamwork. And if you are not lucky that or not lucky or not that you are working in a small team, you may be responsible of doing this thing. Like in the beginning, you design the entire system, you buy the hardwares, and then you design the database, you design the application, the SCADA applications that will be controlling these things. And of course, there are some commercial applications, commercial SCADA applications out there that are also used, and which will be part of which I will discuss in the next sessions, next video, to make it short, different type of application that are used in SCADA. And you can see here the same thing is here from what I've said before, like HMI here, operator here. You have people like SCADA operator. These are people without knowledge of SCADA who are just using the application that are part there. But yeah, you also need the domain knowledge. If you are working in pharmaceutical industry or electrical wind power industries or solar industries or whatever mechanical industry, you may need at a certain point to learn about this field knowledge. So I hope, just to make this video short, I have tried to discuss in this video to share with you some of the things that you as a SCADA engineer you may be responsible to do. But do not be scared, because usually this is a teamwork. This is a teamwork, and you may be only responsible to do a small part of this thing that I've done. But I hope that in this tutorial or in this video you have got a bit what you as a SCADA engineer may be responsible of doing. As you can see, it's a very interesting area of devices, talking with devices, making sure that they work properly, communicating with people, bindings. This is one area of the big data. The big data is out there. This is a job for you. Stay tuned, drop your comment, let me know what you think about it, and do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Bye.